Welcome to Episode 9 of Adam's Insights. In the Library of Congress 2025, Natomis' journey deepens as the black stone tablet transports him to the Desert of the Call. Guided by Wadjet, the cobra goddess of insight, and the white owl, Natomis learns to trust his intuition by listening to his heart's whisper. A journey to inner truth awaits. Hashtag Call Within.
Library of Congress, Washington, D.C., mid-May 2025, 7:20 p.m. In a secluded corner of the Library of Congress, twilight filters through a dusty window, casting faint shadows. Natomis sits on an old wooden chair, its floral carved legs creaking softly under his weight. The walls, lined with shelves heavy with manuscripts and leather-bound books, exhale the scent of aged paper and dry ink like portals to forgotten realms. A tarnished brass desk lamp with a cracked green glass shade casts a dim yellow glow, painting wavering shadows on the scratched wooden table.
In Natomis's hands rests the black stone tablet, palm-sized and glossy as a midnight mirror. Its hieroglyphic carvings, interlocking circles, self-awareness, silver wings, forgiveness, a divided circle, self-acceptance, the Ankh, patience, an awakened falcon, reconciliation, the eye of Horus, courage, and a feather encircled with stars, freedom and responsibility, pulse with celestial blue light, like veins of secret life. The feather fades gently, leaving a quiet weight in his brown eyes, as if the responsibility of truth has settled in his heart. Natomis, his wavy black hair falling over his forehead, his crumpled gray shirt and torn jeans out of place in this temple-like archive, gazes at the tablet. His heart beats steadily, yet the lessons of self-awareness, Isis, forgiveness, Osiris, self-acceptance, Sekhmet, patience, Bastet, reconciliation, Set, courage, Horus, and freedom with responsibility, Thoth, have awakened a sense of inner strength waiting to be heard. The air is heavy with the scent of ancient wood and dry ink, the silence enveloping the room like a velvet shroud, broken only by a faint hum from the tablet, as if unseen spirits whisper their secrets.
Suddenly, a soft flutter of wings pierces the quiet, like a breeze through ancient leaves. Natomis looks up to see the white owl perched on the table's edge. Its snow-white feathers glow silver under the lamp, its golden eyes shining like twin stars, piercing his soul with a gaze of eternal wisdom and subtle challenge. Intuition is the voice of inner wisdom. Its words resonate in his mind, like a breeze carrying secrets, soft yet profound. Trust yourself, silence the outer noise, and listen to your heart's whisper. Those who trust their intuition find their path in the dark. Are you ready for the trial of the call within?
A call? Natomis whispers, his voice laced with curiosity and uncertainty. His heart races, like hidden drums playing a mystic tune. His past lessons have fortified him, but the idea of listening to an inner voice feels like a dive into an unknown sea. He grips the tablet tightly, fingers trembling, as a familiar vortex pulls at his consciousness, his soul slipping from his body. The room dissolves in a swirl of light and shadow, leaving his body seated while his spirit journeys to another realm. Desert of the Call, Ancient Egypt, time unknown. Natomis opens his eyes in a vast desert under a night sky studded with millions of stars, like a cloak woven with gems. The sand beneath his feet glimmers as if dusted with diamonds, reflecting starlight in a mesmerizing dance. The air is cool and pure, scented with dry sand and a faint hint of wild jasmine. The wind whispers softly, as if the desert breathes, and a faint pulse echoes in the earth like the heartbeat of the cosmos. Before him stands a majestic woman, her cobra head crowned with a raised serpent.
Her glowing red robe, woven like threads of fire, flows like waves of a radiant sea. On her head, a golden crown adorned with a cobra gleams, its ruby eyes shining like guardians of ancient secrets. Her own eyes, deep as twin lakes reflecting truth, pierce Natomis with a gaze blending warmth and strength. On her shoulder perches the white owl, its feathers sparkling like diamonds under the starlight. At her feet, a circle of black stones surrounds a small round mirror, its glassy surface reflecting the stars like a miniature sky. "I am Wadjet," she says, her voice warm as an embrace, yet strong as an unseen shield. "Goddess of insight and protector of travelers. You've come to the desert of the call to learn to trust your intuition, Natomis. Wisdom lies not in the mind alone, but in the voice whispering from your heart. Let me share my story, my journey through whispers and truth, to guide you in this trial." The owl tilts its head, its golden eyes gleaming like lanterns, urging Wadjet to begin. The wind's whisper softens, as if the desert itself listens.
Wadjet's Tale. I am Wadjet, goddess of insight and protector of travelers, the cobra guarding kings and seekers of truth. Born from Ra's will, I am the eye that sees in darkness, the voice guiding in silence. My red robe is the flame of protection surrounding the lost. My golden crown, adorned with the cobra, is my insight-piercing illusion. My eyes, Natomis, have traced 1,000 paths. My steps have guided travelers through deserts and dreams, where the only map is the heart's whisper. In the time of myths, I was the protector of kings, the cobra adorning pharaohs' crowns, my eyes watching enemies and guarding truth. I was the guide whispering to travelers in stormy nights, leading them to safety with a voice heard only by the heart. When seekers lost their way, I awakened their intuition, for I know truth lies not always in logic, but in the deep feeling pulsing with life. My story is not just etched on the walls of Dendera or Edfu. It is every soul's quest for truth. Learning the inner voice is the truest guide. My values are my essence, Natomis, and I ask you to carry them as you carry the black tablet. Intuition, the soul's whisper, knowing truth before the mind sees it. Isis taught me intuition springs from self-compassion, and I teach you, listen to your heart, for it knows the way. Inner trust, my light. As protector of travelers, I know trust is the courage to follow intuition, even when the mind doubts. Horus taught me trust comes from courage, and I teach you to believe in your inner voice as a star in the dark. Protection, my shield. Like the cobra guarding the crown, I envelop seekers of truth, shielding them from the mind's illusions and outer noise.
Sekhmet taught me protection requires strength, and I teach you to guard your intuition from the world's doubts. Clarity, my beating heart. Amid life's competing voices, clarity lets intuition shine. Bastet taught me clarity comes through patience, and I teach you to still your mind to hear. Inner peace, my crown. True intuition brings peace, a sense of rightness flooding the heart. Thoth taught me peace is truth's mark, and I teach you to seek the choice that brings calm.
My knowledge lies not in books, but in the soul's rhythms. I know the symbol's secrets, where the cobra carries truth for those who see. The black tablet you hold is a soul's map, Natomis. Its symbols, circles, wings, the falcon, the eye, the feather, the cobra, are keys to insight. I, with Isis, Osiris, Sekhmet, Bastet, Set, Horus, and Thoth, wove these symbols into the Brotherhood of the Wise's tablets, founded in Amun's temples to guide seekers like you. You are their heir, chosen to bear their light. My thoughts were shaped by guiding travelers. From Isis, I learned compassion is intuition's root. From Osiris, I learned trust rises from renewal. From Sekhmet, I learned protection needs strength. From Bastet, I learned clarity comes through patience. From Set, I learned wisdom comes from acknowledging mistakes. From Horus, I learned courage illuminates intuition. From Thoth, I learned truth is intuition's aim. I believe every soul carries an inner desert where intuition whispers and the wise listen. Wadjet raises her hand, pointing to the mirror. Look into the mirror, and you'll hear 3 voices. Only one is your true call. Listen with your heart. How do I hear it? Natomis asks, his eyes cautiously studying the mirror. He recalls moments he ignored his inner voice, choosing a friend he didn't trust, leading to betrayal. Ignoring a gut warning before a school mistake, costing him grades. What if I choose wrong, he thinks, his heart pounding with unease. The owl tilts its head, its voice in his mind soft as a mother's lullaby. Intuition is not a loud voice, but a quiet whisper. Close your eyes and listen for what brings peace. Those who hear their heart find truth.
Natomis sits before the mirror, his knees touching the cool sand. He closes his eyes, breathing deeply, as if the air holds answers. 3 voices echo in his mind. The first is loud and urgent, like thunder. Choose the quick path. Time waits for no one. The second is seductive and smooth, like a song. Choose the easy path. Why complicate things? The third is calm, like a breeze through distant leaves. Choose the path that feels right, even if it's hard. Natomis feels torn, his mind spinning. The first voice feels logical, reminding him of pressured moments. The second tempts, recalling times he chose ease. Yet both leave him restless. He recalls his lessons. Patience on the mountain taught him to quiet his mind. Courage in the fire trained him to trust. The feather with Thoth urged him to seek truth. Intuition needs stillness, he thinks.
Letting his thoughts drift like clouds, he hears the third voice clearly. Choose the path that feels right. He opens his eyes, looking at Wadjet. I choose the hard path, he says, his voice steady. It feels true. Wadjet smiles, the cobra on her crown gleaming as if in approval, her ruby eyes shining with pride. You've heard your inner call, she says, her voice blending a mother's warmth and a protector's strength. Intuition is the heart's eye, and those who trust it never stray. Those who hear their soul's whisper find wisdom's light. Carry this wisdom with you. Natomis touches the mirror, his fingers trembling with awe and exhaustion. A soft silver vortex carries him through light, returning him to the archive. His body remains seated, but the tablet glows with a new symbol, a raised cobra encircled by light, a mark of insight and protection. A new trust in his intuition grows, as if an inner voice has grown clearer. The owl gazes at him, its golden eyes radiant with eternal wisdom. Intuition is your eighth key, it says in his mind, a melody like flowing water. You've learned that those who trust their heart find their way. Prepare, seeker of light, for the next trial will be the voice of truth, where your sincerity is tested. With a flutter, it vanishes in a flash of light, leaving Natomis with the tablet. Anticipation wraps him, but he knows the next challenge will test the core of his soul and the truth of his intentions. The path is clear. Like Natomis, trust your intuition. Silence the noise, listen to your heart's whisper, and choose the path that feels true. Each step strengthens your inner light. Natomis's journey calls us to trust our inner voice. Reflect on a time you followed your intuition and share your story. Join us for the next episode of Adam's Insights. #IntuitionJourney